If you'll be writing a paper and have been directed to this location for MLA citing details, then you definitely want to watch this video to the end to ensure that you have your bases covered. Citing is involved when you're writing about a topic that will require knowledge beyond what the average person is going to know prior to some research. Citing is formally acknowledging where your additional information came from. Your teacher will be looking for citing work within two parts of your paper: in-text citations and a list of works cited. In-text citations, as you probably guessed, is where the citations are found in your paper's text. The works cited list is found at the end of your paper, clearly identified, like this. The works cited list always starts within the AI source that you used, if applicable, then continues with the remaining sources, listed alphabetically based on the surname of the author. Here are some examples of in-text citations. They're highlighted for noticing them, but you wouldn't highlight your own in-text citations within your paper, of course. In-text citations will include any fact that is not common knowledge, a quote, paraphrasing or summarizing ideas that are not your own, paraphrasing or summarizing research that's not your own, or statistics that you yourself didn't establish. So let's take a look at these examples. So this first one here, we see that we're referring to the publication down here. So we identify the publication with the author's last names and the page number in which this could be found. In the second one here, we notice that down at the bottom here, this is a web page. And so the page number wouldn't make as much sense, but we do definitely have to identify the author here, where this came from. The third example here came from a general publication, so we identify the publication name as well as the page number. And then this last one, we already make reference to the author. We say that Esposito and al. Argue that for, and then the quote there. And so because the author is already identified in this sentence, we would just have the page numbers at the end. So those are some examples of some in-cite citations and how they refer to the works cited list. Note that for every in-text citation, you'll always find the details in the works cited list. If you use AI to come up with ideas, you cannot use AI within the in-text citations. If your AI search gives you some facts or phrases to use, you need to confirm the details with a more trustworthy source. And that's what you would put in your in-text citations. And then these trustworthy sources would also be in your works cited list. So AI may be used for coming up with some ideas for your topic, but for the details that you're going to cite, you do have to find a better source and cite that source. This video covered the big picture about MLA citation along with some common examples. If your sources include items that aren't covered in this video, simply Google MLA citation for whatever your source is. You're welcome also to use the various citation generators that are available to make sure you get your formatting perfect. The main point of getting you to properly cite your work is learning how to put together higher-level information and arguments based on research, and that research has to be appropriately acknowledged.